Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Boss, Justice Winslow out there with Bonner. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Galloway in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is out there with Steph Curry. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Curry. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got the opening basket of the game for Denver. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Grant, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it. Love the floor spacing with this offense because Jokic at the center can move the ball just about anywhere you want. And now he's attacking the paint.
It's the three-point bomb.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Bridges. And Galloway pulls it down.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Here's Boss, and another 3 for Portland.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line, and he makes the first. Galloway hits both of them. Now Curry. His last outing, 16 points for him. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And it's good for 2.
Well, it's amazing that Steph can shoot where he shoots from, and the ball still looks like it's a soft finish around the rim.
Passes it to Boss. From 15 feet away, good. He hits the jump shot. Boss has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, he's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Pass to Bridges. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Portland with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Now the pass to Boss. Lets the 3 fly, and the Trailblazers another 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Curry passes it to Murray. Jokic with it. Shoots it. And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic.
And that's where Murray's speed shines through. He gives the D no time to react off that pass.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a one.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. On its way from Curry for 2. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. On the floor for Portland, Winslow is out there with Bonner. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Boss, and it's Galloway in at the 5.
You like the aggressiveness of Winslow, taking it straight at the D and getting whacked.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here are the Nuggets now. It's a 13-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against the team that shot it well.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Boss, in that last matchup against the Spurs, lit up the floor. He dropped in 38 points, and there was no answer for him all game long. It looked like he got whatever shot he wanted out there. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Lillard, the pass to Boss. From deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing two-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest. So he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Bridges kicks to Jokic. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Traps in the tray. 23 points for Boss.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Right side Curry takes a 3. It's good from long range.
Anything the opponent does, trust me, Steph can do it better. He's got to be the best shooter that we've ever seen in the game.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
A division battle. These two squads play each other 4 times this season.
Denver making a switch here. Bulls checked in. Bacon, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Pass to Galloway. Out to the wing. Here's Boss. Jacks up a 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Boss has got 26.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Great focus from Murray. Really stick.
And so it's Portland with a 19-point. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boss has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Bridges, and it's Curry in at the point guard. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Time now for an injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Trailblazers. They've told me that he has tendonitis in his shoulder. For a team that was looking to put a solid playoff run together, this injury scare is not what they need right now. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And the league taking steps to discourage teams. 1:27 left in the third quarter of the game. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Boss. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Trailblazers lead by 14. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Passes it to Jokic. 54 seconds left to play in the third.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
McCollum outside with some arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Denver. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Thomas. Here's Boss. He is guarded by McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Can't cash in on the 10-foot jump. And so it's Portland with a 19-point advantage heading into the next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Thomas, and it's Boss in at the 2. From the arc, the three-pointer is right on target. Boss has got 37.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Curry dishes to McCollum. And no good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Boss. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Boss has got 5 points in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's McCollum. The 17-footer goes down.
I feel like the team right now is accepting the fact that C.J. McCollum is on fire, so they're looking for him on possessions in the half court.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some team. Here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, Boss gets the bucket. Boss has got 42 in the game.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Where you at, Portland?
Curry looking it over. And they pick up 2.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Boss.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.